Okay, so we've got the cable reinserted on the top, and they are really close to the rim here. These pads are just about to drag. So we're going to adjust those a little bit. And there's a couple places to adjust these. First of all, you want to make sure the pad is hitting the rim evenly across the width of the pad. And actually, I should say the length of the pad. This Allen head adjusts that, and so you can raise the pad up and down. Now the rim is different than the rim you had on earlier, and it might have a little more of an area where the brake pad could hit on the rim to slow the bike down than this rim. And so that's why I'm telling you to take a look at this. Now the size of the rim is exactly the same as before. It's a 26, and it was a 26-inch rim, and we replaced it with another 26-inch rim, or a 700, or 2, or 20, or whatever it happens to be. So it shouldn't need a lot of adjustment, but you do want to check this to make sure it's hitting properly. If it's dragging, it'll slow you down, which not a good thing. If it's not hitting at all, or if it's hitting at a strange angle, that could be dangerous. So we want to make sure our brakes are set up correctly, and it shouldn't be too far off. So both of these seem to be hitting just fine. They're not dragging against the tire. They're hitting the rim correctly, so all that's good. Now they are a little tight in here, so we don't want to have any drag. So what we're going to do is make a little adjustment on the length of the cable. So what we're going to do is make an adjustment to extend the cable out a little bit, allow the brake levers to relax a little bit, be a little further out, and that'll give us a little more room around the rim so that it's not dragging at all. Now the easy way to do that is up here on the lever, and what we're going to do is we'll loosen this lock nut here, and by screwing this in, we're changing the length on the cable wire. Right. I'm going to bring it all the way in just to make it easy. Now you don't need, you would adjust this as you saw fit, but what I did there is it just gave me a little more room down here on the brakes, and now I don't have an issue with the dragging. I don't know if you can see that's any better, but I can feel it in here that there's a little bit of room there, and the wheel should turn freely. Okay, so once you get this guy in adjustment, make sure you tighten down this lock nut here, right? I think I called it a lock washer earlier. It is a locking nut. The idea is that it is turned so it's pressing against the lever itself, not against the cable here, and that way it keeps it from spinning loose and the brake going out of adjustment. You should be able to pull back the lever and have it activate the brakes well before it hits the handle, right? So you want to make sure you can slow the bike down if you need to, just a little bit of tension, and then stop it by pulling it hard against here. So you need to have a full width flow there so that you can make those adjustments on your brakes. So please make sure your brakes are working correctly before you go out. This was a great bike before. It had a 26-inch wheel on it before. It now has another 26-inch wheel, but this one's got a electric motor in it. So we need to make sure your brakes are working correctly in order to ride your bike.